There is an ocean of everything you want: success, power, and the most satisfying relationships. It's all available and waiting for you. This is The Zone of Action with your host, Gerald Action Jackson.
Today's podcast is about believing in yourself when life is loud, messy, and uncertain. Believing in yourself when life is loud, messy, and uncertain. Owning your power and trusting yourself through chaos and change. Believing in yourself is easy when things are working. When the money is flowing, the relationships feel aligned, the goals are progressing, and life seems to reward your effort. Confidence feels natural. It shows up without being invited. You wake up motivated. You move with clarity. You trust yourself without second-guessing every step. But real belief, the kind that changes your life, is built somewhere else entirely. It is built when life is messy, when nothing feels settled, when plans are delayed, when clarity disappears, when you are tired, when you are disappointed, when you are still expected to perform, lead, and show up, even though your inner world feels chaotic. That is where belief becomes a practice instead of a feeling. This is not about pretending everything is fine. This is not about toxic positivity or forcing a smile when you are hurting. This is about staying rooted in yourself even when everything around you feels unstable. It is about choosing gentleness over self-criticism. It is about owning your power without needing external validation. It is about continuing to show up when it would be easier to disappear. Believe in yourself not only when life is calm, but especially when it is loud. Why believing in yourself during chaos matters. Chaos has a way of shaking identity. When routines break down and outcomes feel uncertain, self-doubt creeps in quietly. You begin questioning decisions you once felt confident about. You replay conversations. You second-guess instincts. You wonder if you're falling behind or missing something everyone else seems to understand. In these moments, belief is not about certainty. It is about trust, trusting that you are capable even if you do not have all the answers. Trusting that you can adapt even if the path has changed. Trusting that your worth is not tied to your current circumstances. Life does not ask for perfection, it asks for presence. When you believe in yourself during uncertainty, you stop making fear your compass. You stop outsourcing your confidence to external approval. You start listening inward instead of constantly scanning for reassurance. Belief during chaos anchors you. Without it, every setback feels personal. With it, setbacks become information, not indictments. The difference between confidence and self-belief. Confidence is often situational. It rises when things are familiar and predictable. Self-belief is deeper. It exists even when outcomes are unknown. Confidence says, I know how this will go. Self-belief says, I will handle it regardless of how it goes. Confidence depends on conditions. Self-belief depends on character. When life becomes messy, confidence may disappear. That does not mean you are weak or failing. It means you are human. Self-belief, however, can still be practiced even in discomfort. You do not need to feel fearless to believe in yourself. You do not need clarity to trust your ability to navigate. You do not need certainty to keep moving. Belief is not loud. Often it is quiet and steady. It is the voice that says, I am still here, even when everything feels shaky. When life is messy, be gentle with yourself. In times of uncertainty, you need your own gentleness the most. This is the part many people skip. When pressure increases, self-criticism often becomes harsher. You demand more from yourself. You replay mistakes. You judge your emotional responses. You compare your behind-the-scenes struggles to other people's highlight reels. But growth does not happen through punishment. Gentleness is not weakness. It is wisdom. Being gentle with yourself means allowing space for imperfection without abandoning accountability. It means acknowledging effort even when results are delayed. It means speaking to yourself with the same patience you would offer someone you care about. Ask yourself, would I speak to a friend the way I am speaking to myself right now? Would I expect someone I love to have all the answers in this moment? Would I judge someone else for needing rest, clarity, or time? Self-gentleness creates emotional safety. Emotional safety allows resilience to grow. You do not become stronger by being cruel to yourself. You become stronger by staying connected to yourself even when you are tired, frustrated, or unsure. Owning your power without needing permission. Owning your power does not mean controlling everything. It means taking responsibility for how you show up regardless of what is happening around you. Power is not dominance. Power is alignment. When you own your power, you stop waiting for perfect timing. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop negotiating your worth based on external approval. Owning your power looks like making decisions even when outcomes are uncertain, setting boundaries even when it feels uncomfortable, choosing growth over familiarity, speaking truth without needing validation. Power is not loud arrogance. It is quiet authority. You do not need permission to trust yourself. You do not need consensus to honor your intuition. You do not need applause to move forward. Life will always present moments that test your resolve. When you own your power, those moments do not define you. They refine you. Keep showing up. Even when it feels hard, there will be days when motivation disappears, days when showing up feels heavy, days when you question whether effort is worth it. Keep showing up anyway. Not with force, not with pressure, but with commitment. Showing up does not always mean doing everything at full capacity. Sometimes it means doing the next small thing. Sometimes it means choosing consistency over intensity. Sometimes it means simply refusing to quit on yourself. Progress is rarely dramatic. It is built through repetition, through ordinary days, through choosing to continue when results are not immediate. When you show up during uncertainty, you build self-trust. Each time you honor your commitment to yourself, even imperfectly, you reinforce belief. You start to realize that you can rely on yourself. That matters more than any external guarantee. You do not need to be exceptional every day. You need to be present. Keep shining even when others do not see it. Shining is not about visibility. It is about authenticity. Some seasons are quiet. Some seasons feel unseen. Some seasons involve effort without recognition. That does not mean your light is gone. Your light is not dependent on who notices it. Keep shining by staying aligned with your values. Keep shining by choosing integrity over convenience. Keep shining by being consistent with who you are becoming. Not every chapter is meant for applause. Some chapters are about foundation, about character, about learning who you are when no one is watching. Shine anyway. The world does not need more noise. It needs grounded people who move with purpose even when the spotlight is absent, when belief feels fragile. There will be moments when belief feels fragile, when exhaustion clouds perspective, when disappointment lingers longer than expected, when uncertainty feels overwhelming. In those moments, belief does not need to be strong. It needs to be sustained. You can say, I do not have all the answers, but I trust myself to learn. I am allowed to rest without giving up. I can take this one step at a time. Belief does not mean never doubting. It means not allowing doubt to decide your future. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to recalibrate. You are allowed to feel everything you are feeling. Just do not abandon yourself in the process. Letting go of comparison during chaos. Comparison becomes especially dangerous during uncertain times. When your life feels unstable, it is tempting to measure yourself against others who appear to have things figured out. Remember this. You are seeing curated moments, not full stories. You are comparing internal chaos to external presentation. You are judging your progress against timelines that may not even be aligned with your values. Your journey does not need to look like anyone else's. Belief grows when you focus on your lane, when you honor your pace, when you define success on your own terms. Comparison erodes confidence. Self-trust restores it. Choose to measure yourself against who you were yesterday, not who someone else appears to be today. Resilience is built in these moments. The moments that feel the hardest often shape you the most. Resilience is not built when life is easy. It is built when you face uncertainty and choose not to collapse under it. When you experience chaos and still move forward with intention. When you hold compassion for yourself while continuing to grow, one day you will look back at these messy moments with gratitude, not because they were easy, but because they strengthened you. You will realize that you did not break. You adapted, you learned, you evolved. Belief in yourself is the thread that carries you through every version of life. Final thoughts. Stay with yourself. Believe in yourself not only when you are winning, but when you are learning. Not only when things are clear, but when they are confusing. Not only when you feel strong, but when you feel human. Stay with yourself when life is messy. Be gentle when you are tired. Own your power without apology. Keep showing up without needing guarantees. Keep shining without needing permission. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And that is more than enough. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, JeroldJax. On Facebook, Gerald Action Jackson and Zone of Action. Check out the website, GeraldJackson.com. Happiness starts with you. Not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, but with you in the zone of action.